Kaz, obviously a strong end to the season. How are you feeling about your game as it comes to a close?
Pretty good. Of course, it was kind of a roller coaster season for me. Being in the East Coast League, it's not the ideal, probably what I wanted when the season started, but took it as a good experience and worked hard, and when was waiting for my opportunity, and when I finally got it, I felt like I was ready for it with all the work I put in down there, and I was able to just run with it.
You seem like the guy who was least surprised about what you brought to the Marlies at the end of the season. What kept you in such a positive frame of mind?
Just kind of waiting for my chance for 5 months in Orlando, and always hoping that I'd get my chance. And of course, when I got it and I was able to perform well, so of course that just fed to the confidence, and just tried to be positive and go one save at a time and one day at a time. So just enjoyed the process being up here.
Did anything surprise you about this league when you got here?
Not really. I mean, I got those 2 games last year, and a lot of practice time, so kind of knew what it was all about, and I was just able to play my game and play my strengths, and it works for me in this league.
What did you take away from those months that you spent in the East Coast League, sort of waiting for your opportunity here?
Just you kind of see all aspects of hockey down there. It's not always under best circumstances you get to play, and there's a lot of travel, and so a lot is being thrown at you, and so you just got to be ready and be professional to play every game and show up to practice and work hard every day. So just kind of use that time to work on my game and get hungrier when I got the chance up here.
What is an example of when you say it's harder down there, or they throw more at you? Is it the travel, like worse buses? Is it funny rinks? Like what is something about the E that says you're in the E?
I feel like it's a little mix of everything. Of course, there's the travel, and then we're treated like kings up here with Marlies, so there's a little difference there. So, but yeah, it's a lot of games and a lot of days, and sometimes games can get out of hand, and and structures break down, and so there can be a lot of swings between a game, and like even back-to-back nights. So there's a lot that can happen in that league, of course, but so as a goalie especially, you got to play full 60 minutes and be prepared to stop every puck.
What's the craziest thing you can tell us about a thing that happened in the E? Bus ride or a PG version, I can't remember.
Probably, like it was early in the year, we hit a deer with our bus, so I don't know.
Well, that can happen.
Yeah, it's not that crazy, but still.
What do you think you learned most about your ability in this past year? I mean, obviously you said you've gone through a lot this season, but what do you think you'll take away from this year?
Of course, I mean, playing those 30 games in Orlando, I mean, my numbers weren't the best, but I knew what kind of league and how I was playing myself, excluding the number. So, and of course, when I had the chance to come up here, I thought I was going to just fill in for one game, but ended up playing 17 games in the end. So, of course, that helps me a lot going into next year, knowing that I can perform at a high level on those 17 games and play in this league. So a lot of confidence and a lot of positives and some bad things. So just kind of gather up all those things and go into the next year.
Sorry, go ahead.
When you signed that pro contract and then you go to development camp, did you have expectations for yourself for what you wanted to achieve in this first season?
Just kind of not put big expectations and like numbers in it. Like just kind of wanted to develop and get a lot of games in, and like just be able to play good hockey at a high level, and be able to take steps in my career. And I felt like now looking back after everything, I felt like I took some big steps, and was happy how the season ended up going for me in terms of my development.
How does a goalie like yourself train for the off season? Is it working on speed, lateral movement, head trajectory, or everything? What do you spend the most on this summer?
Trying to get everything mixed in there. Of course, you want to work on your technique, and that's because during the season you only get team practices. You don't have that much time for yourself. So kind of work on those aspects, and of course get stronger physically and all those aspects, and everything you can think of, trying to get better overall.
Will you stick around here? Where are you headed this summer?
I'm going back to Duluth, Minnesota for a couple of months. We have our wedding early July, and after that I'll be coming back here to Toronto to train.